The UK, Australia and Canada formally recognized a Palestinian state on Sunday, prompting an angry response from Israel, which ruled out the prospect. According to Associated Press, the coordinated initiative from the three Commonwealth nations and longtime allies reflects growing outrage at Israel's conduct of the war in Gaza and the steps taken by the Israeli government to thwart efforts to create a Palestinian state, including by the continued expansion of settlements in the West Bank. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who has faced pressure to take a harder line on Israel within his own governing Labour Party over the deteriorating situation in Gaza, said the UK's move is intended to revive the hope of peace for the Palestinians and Israelis. He insisted it wasn't a reward for Hamas, which was behind the attack on October 7, 2023, in which the militants killed some 1,200 people and abducted 251 others. The moves by the three countries prompted Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to say that the establishment of a Palestinian state will not happen, while Hamas urged the international community to isolate Israel.
Several countries led by Britain have granted diplomatic recognition to a Palestinian state. This move by the UK, along with Canada, Australia, and others, reflects growing unhappiness and anger over Israel's ongoing military offensive in the Gaza Strip. It also reflects the widespread displeasure over Israel's policies in the occupied West Bank. That includes stepped up and increased settlement destruction. Those settlements, of course, are aimed at preventing and undermining the establishment of a future Palestinian state as part of a two-state solution.
When you're ready, take your time, no rush.
Ready, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Genocide so much better when done.
Shame on you! Shame on you! What are you protecting us from?
Now, nothing will change in the short term on the ground. These moves are largely symbolic. But these countries join a growing list of countries that have now recognized the Palestinian state. That number is now up to roughly 150 countries, and we expect it to grow even more. France is expected to join that list this week. It is hosting a conference at the United Nations aimed at shoring up support for a two-state solution. These moves, of course, have left Israel and the U.S. deeply isolated on this issue. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, however, is digging in his heels. He says these recognitions are a prize, a reward for Hamas's October 7th attack that triggered this war. He says there will never be a Palestinian state and is vowing to take unilateral action in response to these moves. He says he will make an announcement on his decision after he visits the United States and consults with President Donald Trump. He's expected at the White House later this month.
A protest in downtown Lima, Peru's capital, ended Saturday with clashes between demonstrators and police, tear gas and people running through the streets. According to Associated Press, hundreds of young people, mobilized by a self-proclaimed group called Generation Z, gathered in a central square and confronted police as they tried to march toward the government palace to press their demands. Riot police waited for the march behind barricades that blocked traffic on nearby streets. The demonstrators had organized on social media in recent days to oppose a proposed pension reform and to call for better wages and labor conditions. The march also drew support from unions, environmentalists and other activist groups. Peru is experiencing political turmoil following the 6-month suspension Friday of Attorney General Delia Espinosa. Espinosa had accused lawmakers, cabinet ministers and even President Dina Boluarte of various alleged crimes.
Hemos venido el día de hoy a reclamar, aparte por la expulsión prácticamente de Dina Boluarte, una señora que ha sido incapaz de gobernar este país y que el día de hoy nos ha metido palo con la policía, nos ha ordenado cercarlos para impedir la marcha pacífica de la generación Z, de los colectivos y de las organizaciones sociales.
Temo por mi vida, sí, soy un ser humano, pero eso no me llena de temor para seguir enfrentando la corrupción, porque es el juramento que hice.
Saludamos la presencia de la señora Fiscal de Nación, Delia Espinosa